My name is Jenny and I studied in Paris, France.
Szia, Stu vagyok, Budapesten tanultam. Hi, my name is Stu. I studied in Budapest last fall, mathematics program.
My name's Erica and I studied in Rome, Italy.
My name's Mike Georges. I studied in Rome this spring 2011.
My name is Andrew Laux. I studied abroad in Rome, Italy.
What's your name and where did you go?
My name's Glenn and I went to Paris, France.
My experience was wonderful. It was unforgettable. People say that you will never forget your time abroad. It's true. You experience so much that it's hard to forget what you learned and did abroad.
My experience abroad was absolutely incredible. We've studied architecture in our history classes for the past 3 years, and it's so unique when you can stand next to a 2,000-year-old column rather than just looking at it, looking at the Pantheon on a slide in class. It makes so much difference when you can actually physically experience the building and the architecture itself, and Rome couldn't have been a better place for it.
It was absolutely amazing. Paris is such a fantastic city. There's so much to do, so much to see. It's just so lively and just incredible.
My experience in Rome was hands down the best time I could have had in college, and probably the best experience I could have had in my life in any education circumstances. It was my first time leaving the country, so it was certainly a new way of living. Just like everything I had to become accustomed to, but it was worth it. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about people. I learned just so much about interacting all together.
I had a really great experience. I lived with a host family, and that's probably what I would recommend to anyone considering it.
Before going abroad?
The most important thing I would say is just to dive in and have fun. Because if you're learning a new language, you're going to look like a fool for a while, but eventually you'll pick it up and it'll feel great. But you have to get over the embarrassment of being a fool. And you have to try new things. It's really just that's what the fun of it is all about. That's the only reason to study abroad.
2 things I would recommend to new students are knowing the 911 of the country you're in and knowing the number of the U.S. Embassy there.
Definitely what I would recommend the most is just not take it slow, but just don't get overwhelmed with all the new amazing things in your city, and that don't spend too much money all at once, and just learn how to budget your money while also having a great time, because it is possible.
Really go out and explore. Make sure that you make the most of the time that you have there. There were definitely days where I just wanted to sleep in, but you're really only there for a few months, and you just get out and explore. Especially in Rome, we walked around the city so much. You really can go anywhere, and you felt safe. It was a comfortable city to be in, but just explore and get out there.
I would recommend to the new students going abroad to any country that they need to just forget anything they know about cultures, and just keep their minds so open to anything, because they probably don't know. Whatever they think they know, they probably don't know what they're gonna encounter, and it's gonna be so worth it to them, everything they pick up and everything else they learn over there. And I guess when I say that, I mean everything they're gonna learn about the new culture and what they might learn about themselves, what they might learn about what they can do as far as interacting goes.
A challenge that I had while abroad was probably, it's different. I always say you can vacation in a culture for a week or 2, but when you live in it, for 4 months, it's very different. So it was hard. The worst part was going to the grocery store. For some reason, I just struggled with the grocery store, because you're trying to figure out what you want to buy, and then stuff's not exactly the same as you're used to, and you're trying to cook, and you eat a lot of pasta, and then you get up to the cashier, and they're not really friendly, and they're moving the line like as quickly as possible, and then you have to make sure you have enough cash on you because they hate when you pay with credit card, and then they give you attitude. So I would say that out of the entire experience at grocery store is probably the most challenging part, which is not a bad thing.
Well, it turned out to be a great thing because I found a missile in Hungarian and Latin, and so I could follow the Mass parts, learn the Hungarian, and the more I went to Mass, the more Hungarian I learned. So it was really, it helped me with the language, helped me in my faith both.
Can I speak some Italian?
Right now.
Right on the spot. I could say buongiorno on the spot.
I did. I've taken French all through high school, and my father and I spoke French together.
I took 4 semesters of Italian before I went to Rome, but I didn't remember anything, and they were so helpful. Everyone from my family to the Italian school were just always helpful and there for any question you ever had.
I speak some French. Paris, tu me manques beaucoup. Yeah, that's all you're gonna get.